and pay attention because they've got some questions they're going to ask you, and if you can answer them correctly, they've got some prizes to give out. But everybody will get a trading card before you leave from each Champion Lancer, okay?
We started the Champion Lancers by, I went up to talk to Dr. Stites, he's the principal at Carlsbad High School, and we sat down and brainstormed about a way we could use some ambassadors from the high school, young people, that we could go out to the elementary schools and talk to the young people about having a peer relationship and staying substance-free and staying on track and true to yourself as you go through the elementary, middle school grade levels and into high school. So with brainstorming, we came up with this idea of the Champion Lancers and set some criteria, and this is the second year it's been in operation. The program works by students at the high school that are seniors can apply to be a Champion Lancer. We have an application process and they apply, and then we have a screening with our staff that looks at the applications. We try to get a cross-section of kids that represent all different things at the high school so that when we go out to the elementary schools, the young people can relate and match up with somebody that maybe they're going to be aspiring to when they get up to the high school. Because this just isn't about the school. This is about representing in the community as well. And we want to make sure that what we're sending out there is a true representation. My favorite part is when the kids come up and they're going, the Champion Lancers are here, the Champion Lancers are here. And then, they all want their trading cards. They're like rock stars, the kids are like rock stars, and the kids at all the schools want to get their trading cards. But I think the best part about it is when I go back to a school for another purpose or whatever, and I walk in and I have the sweatshirt on, and a young person will say, I got 6 of those cards, but I missed 1. And I was wondering if I could get that extra one. Can you tell me how I can get that? So then they trade with each other. I tell them to trade with their friends if somebody else has had one. So it's fun just to see the kids that get excited about it.
Okay, so be nice to others, have fun, and don't do drugs.
Yeah, you got it.
The whole point of the Champion Lancer program is just to encourage the future generation to stay free of all the drugs and alcohol that has certainly plagued our generation. It's just a way that we can get to them young before they've really been affected by it and before they have a chance to have serious exposure to it. So it allows us to just do our best to keep that out of the high school in the future.
We go to a lot of elementary schools, and the teachers talk to us right before we go on, and they say, oh, this is our month where we're really encouraging anti-bullying or being nicer to other people. And that coincides perfectly with what we talk about, because we're bringing up ideas of not only those staying substance-free in high school, but also maintaining a lifestyle that's overall positive and trying to influence others around you to have a similar lifestyle. That's something that rubs off on the kids who we're presenting to.
My favorite part of the program is definitely just like interacting with the kids and being really enthusiastic, and then seeing that like reflected back at us when they get excited about what we have to say, but just like the getting to hang out and play with them and just kind of be a kid again while like promoting a good message. So it just kind of like encompasses everything we would want to do.
The goals of the Champion Lancers is just to get out there, have the kids see us, have the kids realize that we're not some special kid at school. We're another normal teenager at the school. We're another normal person that does something that we're good at. Personally, I'm a lacrosse player, and so that's part of the reason I'm a Champion Lancer, is to just go out and try to encourage athletes to stay away from that kind of stuff. And our entire goal is just to keep them away from that, and then also we've made an emphasis on kindness as well this year, and just doing our best to encourage the kids to be kind to one another.
But the things that they get most interested in are when you go out and you start doing what they're doing, and you start talking to them on the playground. You run out onto the handball courts like you used to when you were in 5th grade, and you start playing handball with them, or you're playing tetherball with them. And it's when you're doing those things that then afterwards you can come back and say, hey, let's talk about something serious for a second. And it's in that moment that you make a deeper connection with those kids, so then you know that you're having an impact on what their lives are today and what they will be in the future.
It's Seabird time! It's Seabird time! What? It's Seabird time! It's Seabird time! What?
The mentality that we've had to have, and the goals and morals that we've had to have in ourselves to get into this program and stay in this program are ones that'll last us forever. I mean, as we move on into the workforce, it's learning, or even I'll start with college. We move on to college next year. It's going to be knowing that we have a higher standard than what some of the other kids are doing, and it's just knowing then moving on to the workforce that we have to prioritize what matters to us and what's important to us that's going to make us successful versus what other people might be considering fun at the time or what other people might be tempting us to do. I plan on putting Champion Lancers on my resume in the future just because of what impact it might have on my future as a whole.
Champion Lancers today, molding leaders for tomorrow.
Peace out.